We're going to go over the easy way of putting together multiple exposure by using some Photoshop techniques. So once you have your two photos picked out that you want to mash together, go ahead and bring up Photoshop and open both of those. I'm going to go to File, Open. I'm going to find, let's see, picture of my cat. Open one there. So that would be like a portrait. And go ahead and, if you want to find a landscape or something pretty in the background, like these flowers, first thing you want to do is make sure the pictures are about the same size. So remember that's image size. And I'm already at a 4:6 picture at a 300 resolution. Good. I will check the cat. Image size. Not quite here. So let's go 4:6, 300. So now they're at the same size here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this picture and bring it over into the file with my cat on it. So you can go to the marquee tool here. So it has the kind of dashed line in a box, and just click and go ahead and drag and select the entire image. And you can hit Command C, which will copy. Bring it over into the other file, hit Command V, and that will paste. And if you look over at your layers, now I have a layer of flowers and a layer with my cat on it. So you can see that. You can hide the top layer. It'll show the layer on the bottom, but I have both of them on there. I'm going to double click this lock just to unlock that layer, and I'll name it what it is. That's my cat's name, Gilmore. And then the other layer, we'll just put flowers. So again, this is the easy way to do this. So what you can mess around with is going to be the opacity or transparency of these layers here. So right now I have the flowers, which are on top of the layer with my cat. So if we change the transparency of the flowers, you will be able to see through it. So if I just go to about 50%, so that top layer, half of the pixels are now out of there, and so you can start to see the cat revealed in the background. So what you get to do is mess with a few of these, bumping the opacity up and down. You can even move the opacity of the cat if you want, and that reveals the transparent background. There's also another way you can do it. Up here where it just says normal, this is like a blending layer. You can even go through a few of these, and it will take different parts of the picture and make it transparent to start revealing spots in the background. Now I don't want that, because just for my purposes, I would like the flowers to show through in the lighter spots of my cat. So we can try a couple different ones of these to see what they look like. Oof. And if any of these don't look like how you want them to, you can go back to, back to just normal and then mess around with these. So I'm going to go back to about maybe 40% or so. Now what I can do is begin erasing. So I said I would like to leave the flowers in the background of the lighter spots on my cat. So I would like to see in the darker spots the actual picture of my cat. So I have the flower layer highlighted. So that's the layer I will be working on. Make sure whichever layer you want to work on, you actually have that layer highlighted. I'll go over to the eraser. And up on the eraser tool, I have some options as well. So you can have a soft edge or a hard edge. So I usually work with the soft edge for doing erasing like this. And then you also have an opacity on your eraser. If you want to erase everything that's on there, you can go ahead and go to 100%. I don't like that, so I'm going to hit Command Z, undo. And I'll bump mine to about 40%. So that means every time I click and drag over something, it'll erase 40% of those pixels. I'm going to start out with the eraser being a little bit bigger, so right bracket. we'll mess around with the eraser, making it bigger. Left bracket makes it smaller. So I'm going to erase a couple times to go over to reveal the eye in the background. So now you can start to see the eyes there. And then just a couple times over the darker pieces of fur. And then maybe over the nose, so I can see that too. And just a couple clicks underneath there. Now you can go back and forth over and over to really master what you would like. But work with the opacities, work with some erasing, try to mold them together. If you have a background in there that is a little plain and you want to erase the whole thing, this is a real close-up of my cat, so there's not really any backgrounds that you can erase out. But just mess around and see what kind of combinations you can come up with. And then also remember there's going to be a couple other links to a little more complicated videos that are a lot more steps. Again, this is the easy way. If you want to challenge yourself and take the time to try some of those, I'll have those on there as well. If you're done with your picture and you want to save it, you just go to File, Save As, change this to a JPEG, and go ahead and save it to the desktop or wherever you would like to save it. Name it your name and what it is, hit save. I always do the max quality, and you will have your picture saved and ready to turn in.